Millions of people are drinking baking soda water before bed, thinking it reduces inflammation, improves sleep, protects their kidneys, and even prevents cancer. It costs less than $1, and it's sitting in your kitchen right now. So why isn't every doctor recommending it? In this video, I'm breaking down what baking soda actually does inside your body, where the science supports it, where the internet exaggerates it, and who should absolutely not take it. Some of these benefits are real, some are dangerously misunderstood. Let's separate medical facts from viral hype. What baking soda actually is. Before we talk about benefits, let's understand what baking soda actually is. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, a chemical compound that acts as a buffer. That means it can neutralize acid. Your body already uses bicarbonate as part of its natural acid-base regulation system. Your blood pH is tightly controlled, and your kidneys and lungs work constantly to keep it stable. When you drink baking soda mixed with water, it temporarily increases bicarbonate levels in your bloodstream and can reduce acidity in certain environments like the stomach or urine. But here's the key point. It does not magically alkalize your entire body. Your body does that on its own. What it can do in specific medical situations is support buffering capacity. That's very different from the exaggerated claims you often see online. So yes, baking soda has real physiological effects, but those effects are precise, temporary, and dose-dependent. And that's where things get interesting. Heartburn relief. Why baking soda works, and why it's temporary. Heartburn is probably the most common reason people reach for baking soda. That burning sensation rising from your stomach into your chest happens when stomach acid flows back into the esophagus. The lower esophageal sphincter, the muscle that normally keeps acid where it belongs, becomes weak or relaxes at the wrong time. Because baking soda is alkaline, it reacts with stomach acid and neutralizes it. Chemically, this produces water, salt, and carbon dioxide. That is why many people burp shortly after taking it. The relief can feel almost immediate, and that is real. In emergency medicine, sodium bicarbonate has been used as an antacid for decades. But here is the important part. The effect is temporary. Once the stomach senses that acid has been neutralized, it may respond by producing more acid. Overusing baking soda can therefore create a rebound effect. It also contains significant sodium, which may not be ideal for people with high blood pressure or heart disease. So yes, it can work for occasional heartburn, but it is not a long-term solution for chronic reflux. Athletic performance. Can baking soda really boost endurance? In the sports world, baking soda is not a new trend. In fact, sodium bicarbonate has been studied for decades as a performance enhancer, especially for high-intensity exercise. When you sprint, lift heavy weights, or perform short, explosive movements, your muscles produce lactic acid. As acid builds up inside the muscle cells, the environment becomes more acidic, and that contributes to fatigue and the familiar burning sensation. Baking soda acts as a buffer. By increasing bicarbonate levels in the blood, it can help neutralize some of that acid and delay muscle fatigue. Some studies have shown improvements in short-duration, high-intensity performance, such as sprinting, rowing, or combat sports. However, the effect is not universal. It does not significantly improve long-endurance activities like distance running. And the dosage used in studies is often around 0.3 grams per kilogram of body weight, which can easily cause nausea, bloating, or diarrhea. That means performance may improve for some, but digestive distress can cancel out the benefit. So yes, there is real science here, but it is highly dose-dependent and not risk-free. Kidneys and metabolic acidosis. When baking soda is actually medical. This is where baking soda moves from internet trend to real medicine. In patients with chronic kidney disease, the kidneys gradually lose their ability to remove excess acid from the body. This condition is called metabolic acidosis. When acid builds up in the bloodstream over time, it can worsen muscle, break down, weaken bones, and accelerate the progression of kidney damage. In these specific cases, doctors sometimes prescribe sodium bicarbonate to help buffer that excess acid. Clinical studies have shown that correcting metabolic acidosis with bicarbonate can slow the decline of kidney function in certain patients. It can also improve nutritional status and reduce muscle wasting. But here is the critical difference. This is done under medical supervision with blood tests and careful dosing. It is not random self-treatment. Too much bicarbonate can raise blood pressure, increase sodium levels, and cause fluid retention, especially in people who already have kidney or heart problems. So yes, baking soda has a legitimate role in kidney medicine, but only in clearly defined medical situations. For healthy individuals with normal kidney function, there is no evidence that taking it nightly provides extra protection. Context matters. Gout and uric acid. Can baking soda reduce attacks? Gout is a painful form of inflammatory arthritis caused by the buildup of uric acid crystals in the joints, often striking suddenly and intensely, especially at night. Uric acid forms when the body breaks down purines found in certain foods and tissues. Normally, it dissolves in the blood and is excreted through the kidneys into the urine. But when levels become too high, crystals can form and trigger severe joint inflammation. Because baking soda makes urine more alkaline, it can increase the solubility of uric acid and help the body excrete it more effectively. In medical settings, alkalinizing the urine is sometimes part of treatment strategies to prevent certain types of kidney stones or reduce uric acid accumulation. However, this approach is usually combined with medications like allopurinol or other urate-lowering therapies. Baking soda alone is not considered a primary treatment for gout. Overuse can increase sodium intake and may raise blood pressure or cause fluid retention. So, while bicarbonate can influence uric acid chemistry, gout management requires a comprehensive plan including diet, weight control, hydration, and medical supervision. Alkalizing the body. Myth versus reality. One of the most popular claims online is that drinking baking soda can alkalize your body and prevent disease. This sounds appealing, but it misunderstands basic physiology. Your blood pH is tightly regulated between 7.35 and 7.45. Even small deviations outside that range can become life-threatening. Your lungs control carbon dioxide levels, and your kidneys regulate bicarbonate to maintain this balance every second of the day. Drinking baking soda does not override this system. In healthy people, the body quickly adjusts to maintain stable blood pH. What baking soda can change more noticeably is urine pH. That is why people often see alkaline readings on urine test strips after taking it. But urine pH does not equal blood pH, and it does not prove that the entire body has become alkaline. The idea that modern diets make the whole body chronically acidic in a dangerous way is largely exaggerated outside of specific medical conditions like metabolic acidosis. So while bicarbonate plays a real role in buffering acids, the concept of permanently alkalizing a healthy body with kitchen remedies is not supported by strong clinical evidence. Understanding that difference is crucial. Cancer claims. What the research actually shows. Perhaps the most dramatic claim online is that baking soda can prevent or even treat cancer by neutralizing the acidic environment around tumors. It is true that many tumors create a more acidic microenvironment as they grow and metabolize rapidly. In laboratory studies and animal models, researchers have explored whether altering that acidity might influence tumor behavior. Some early experiments in mice suggested that sodium bicarbonate could change the pH around tumors and potentially slow certain aspects of progression. But translating findings from animal studies to human cancer treatment is extremely complex. There is currently no strong clinical evidence that drinking baking soda cures cancer or replaces established therapies. Cancer is a multifactorial disease involving genetics, immune function, cellular signaling, and many other pathways far beyond simple acidity. High doses of bicarbonate can also disrupt electrolyte balance and create serious complications. So while the science of tumor microenvironments is fascinating, using baking soda as a cancer treatment is not supported by reliable human trials. Patients should never delay or replace proven oncology treatments with unverified home remedies. Careful interpretation of research matters. Who should never take it? Hidden risk groups. Even though baking soda seems harmless because it sits in your kitchen, it is not safe for everyone. First, anyone with high blood pressure should be extremely cautious. Baking soda contains significant sodium, and excess sodium can increase blood pressure and strain the cardiovascular system. People with heart failure are also at risk because added sodium may lead to fluid retention and worsen swelling or shortness of breath. Individuals with chronic kidney disease must avoid self-dosing unless supervised by a physician, since electrolyte imbalances can develop quickly. If you are taking medications such as diuretics, corticosteroids, or certain blood pressure drugs, baking soda can interfere with mineral balance and alter potassium levels. That can lead to muscle weakness or even heart rhythm disturbances. Pregnant women should not use it regularly without medical guidance because fluid shifts and sodium load can affect both mother and baby. People with frequent bloating or sensitive digestion may also experience worsening symptoms because the reaction with stomach acid produces carbon dioxide gas. What seems simple can become risky in the wrong context. Always consider your medical history before experimenting. Safe dosage and final take, if you choose to use it. If someone decides to try baking soda occasionally, dosing and timing matter. For temporary heartburn relief, small amounts are typically used, often around half a teaspoon dissolved in a full glass of water. It should be taken slowly, not on a completely full stomach, and not repeatedly throughout the day. For athletic performance, research doses are much higher, often around 0.3 grams per kilogram of body weight, but those amounts frequently cause gastrointestinal distress and should not be attempted casually. Regular daily use without medical supervision is not recommended. Excess bicarbonate can lead to metabolic alkalosis, a condition in which the blood becomes too alkaline, potentially causing confusion, muscle twitching, or abnormal heart rhythms. Long-term sodium load may also raise blood pressure. For healthy individuals with balanced nutrition and normal kidney function, there is no strong evidence that nightly baking soda improves overall health. In medicine, sodium bicarbonate has precise indications. Outside of those contexts, moderation and critical thinking are essential. Simple does not automatically mean harmless.